Now, Rebecca Front is one of Britain's busiest actresses. We know her from shows like Humans, The Thick of It, and even co-starring with one of our favourites, Alan Partridge. Aha! Ah, yes. Now, this Sunday, she's going to be back on our screens in ITV's new period drama, Doctor Thorne. Please welcome Rebecca Front. Good to see you. Good to see you. So they're talking about this is kind of replacing that wonderful Sunday night family period drama that we can all sit down.
No pressure.
Down to.
Yeah, well, I should say I was with Julian Fellowes last night. He is very clear about this. It is not the new Downton. It's a three-part drama, and it does kind of end.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's
does
not.
it?
Sadly for us, I mean, I'd be only too happy, obviously, but it doesn't run and run and run.
But if it does well, could it come back?
I don't know that it could, and I'm
Right.
trying to. I don't think I can tell you why because I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But it's based on a book, and it's just a finite thing.
Right.
And you play Lady Arabella Gresham.
Yes.
So tell us about her.
Fabulous.
What's her character like?
She is a woman. She's an aristocrat,
Of course.
married to a husband who she regards as rather feckless, played by Richard McCabe. He's gambled away the fortune, basically, and so she's tried. So the only hope is for her son to marry money. And that is what she's focused on,
Right.
in a slightly kind of monomaniacal way.
Except he's got a slightly different idea.
Yeah,
hasn't
he's fallen in love with somebody, and that's
they haven't got
completely
money.
completely the wrong person for him to have fallen in love with. So yeah, she's a woman in a very difficult situation. She doesn't handle it brilliantly well, I think it's fair to say.
And it's all costumes, bustles and hats and bonnets.
It was the full thing. It's corsets and a hoop petticoat, which I've had corsets before and I've had hoop petticoat. This was the full
together.
thing. Which is impossible. You were talking earlier about going to the loo and things. You can't go in and out of doorways. I mean, really, let alone through doors. Because you try and just sitting in a chair, this thing sort of goes boing, and then you can't sit back because you're completely.
They're really
sort of
uncomfortable.
Can you
as well,
eat?
aren't
What about when it comes to lunchtime?
You can eat very small amounts.
Yeah.
And you.
Can you breathe?
In the little, not very easily.
very
And in the
well.
little trailer that you have, normally they give you a sort of like a sofa to sit on, and you eat on your lap. Can't do that. So I would actually sit on my knees and put the food on the desk in front of me and eat like that. It's ridiculous how these women managed. I don't
And
know.
tell us about Mabel the dog.
Oh, Mabel the dog. She's just adorable. I get this little pug dog, and apparently a lot of aristocratic women did used to walk around with a dog on their arm.
Handbag dogs. Yeah.
And oh, she's just so cute. She basically, I mean, every time Mabel was on, we would just go. It really doesn't matter what we do in this scene.
She's a scene stealer, and I
so
think she's even
cute.
in this one.
Oh,
We've
good.
got to
I'm
clip
very
off.
glad.
Yeah,
It's
even
all
in
about
this.
Mabel. Upstaging, but also because she's a pug and she does that sort of breathing, it is a bit like you're being snored at.
Yeah.
You're giving your all and just hearing this sort of judgment, you know.
One thing I wanted to ask you, because to me, acting is the most terrifying profession. And I was rather intrigued to read that you suffer from anxieties.
Yeah, but not when I'm acting. I'm really relaxed when I'm acting.
Really?
Honestly, it's probably apart from being at home, you know, with the kids watching telly, it's the most relaxed I ever feel when I'm in front of the camera.
Do you think you go into
acting.
like a different headspace?
Yeah, because you can't worry about anything. You've got to focus on what you're doing and the lines that you've got to say. And there's just, you know what I mean? There's no way around that, is there? You have to completely be in that moment.
Outside of that, how does it manifest itself in your personal life?
Mainly claustrophobia, which I'm sort of dealing with. I've got a very good cognitive behavioural therapist I go and see, and she sort of, from time to time, makes me go in lifts and that sort of stuff.
Oh,
scary.
Has it gotten better?
Yeah, it's
How long have you
really
suffered from
helped.
it?
Oh, I've had it since I was very little, sort of 7 or 8. Or
Have you got to the
It does
root of what
improve.
caused it? Because they normally say it's rooted in trauma, don't they, of some kind?
Yeah, I mean, I remember
anxiety.
the first time it happened. I was going up the tower of Durham Cathedral, and it's just like a stone spiral staircase, and it was a hot day, very, very crowded, people behind, people in front, and I was very little, and I couldn't see out or forward or back or anything. And I remember having this horrible feeling. I didn't know it was a panic attack, and then we were on a tube about a few weeks later, and the same thing happened. The tube stopped in the tunnel, and I had that same feeling.
And you've also got a fear of water as well, haven't you?
Well, a little bit. I mean, I'm not good in deep water. My dad nearly drowned when I was
And you
about
saw
11.
this, didn't you?
Yeah, I was kind of just standing on my mother and I standing on the bank watching him. Oh, there he is. He's lovely, my
Bless
dad.
him.
So yeah, I'm not good in deep water. I can swim now, but I'm not. great. But I'm great in front of a camera. I'm really relaxed
You are,
then.
I was
I
going to
love that.
say, isn't it amazing?
I'm having a nice time now.
Yeah, isn't it amazing that your mind, you can throw yourself into acting and all these amazing roles you've had, and we don't see a sign of that.
Well, I think it's, you know, mindfulness is a big thing at the moment, and that's all about sort of learning to focus and be in the moment. And acting, as you know, Linda, is absolutely all about being in that moment. So it's a really good therapy, I think. I recommend it.
Well, we shall look forward to seeing Lady Arabella Gresham, the meddling mother. Dr. Thorne, it starts Sunday night, 9 o'clock on ITV. It looks amazing. Thank you very much, Rebecca.
Thank you very much.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.
But me and PE was a nightmare. I'd be hanging on the bottom of that rope. Absolutely sure there was no way I was going to even be able... And then I'd be looking at the horse and thinking, there's no way I'm going to get...